Hello, Freckle Love friends. Welcome in. It is, what day of the week even is it? It's Thursday. Gosh, see what happens when you retire? You forget what day of the week it is. It is Thursday, friends. Welcome in. Thursday morning, I am rushing around to get ready because on Thursdays, I do work at the library, and so I'm getting ready for work. I thought I'd do something different today for my live. As you can see, and it looks a little, I look a little red, and it's not my makeup. I think I actually got a little bit of sunburn on my face Tuesday when I walked dogs. So anyway, as you can see, I already have my makeup done. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I sometimes get questions about the hair, which I always laugh and say, I'm going to audition for the part of Tarzan's mother, because when I let my hair go natural, it is super curly, it is super thick, it is huge. And people always ask, how do you do it? What do you do with it? So yesterday, on Wednesdays, usually Wednesday afternoon, I wash my hair, I let it air dry pretty much, and then I will finish blow drying it, and I kind of brush it through and kind of straighten it for the most part. You can still see I still have a lot of waves. But that's what I do to start with, and then I sleep on it the next day when I'm getting ready for work. I use this tool, which you can hear buzzing. It is the Le Duo from Lange, and it's basically two things. It's a curling iron and a straightener in one. You can see it has a clamp, and if you can see inside of there, they're the straightening, what do I want to call them? Bars, I guess. The straightening part, but notice it's also rounded on the edges, so you can actually use this as either a curling instrument or a straightening. So if you go like this and pull, it's going to straighten, but if you go like this and wrap and pull, it's actually going to curl. So I'm going to use it as a straightener today, and I'm just going to go through real quick how I do this. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Not that I can give you any hair advice, because I'm not a hair person. I'm terrible at doing my own hair. I'm just showing you what I do, because sometimes I do get questions. I get a lot of questions about this Le Duo. I do love it. I think it is a great tool. It really works well for me. I know my niece has it. She really loves it as well. What I'm going to do is just part my hair, section it off. And I'm going to start with these back pieces. There you can really see the curls and how they come out. And I'm just going to start straightening. Now I should mention I did put a pre-treatment, a spray that you use for heat. So it protects your hair from the heat, because I obviously use a lot of heat on my hair. Now my hair is super thick, super coarse. On the dry side. I only wash my hair once a week. I know that sounds really gross and really dirty, but my hairstylist actually says that's probably a good idea. Sometimes I wash it more than once a week in the summer, just because I get hot and sweaty. But during the winter, certainly when it's really dry, I never do more than once a week. If I did, my scalp would be so incredibly dry that it's painful. I mean, it itches really bad. So I never wash more than once a week in the winter. And I apologize if you can hear the beagles. They are outside. My garbage men came really late today for some reason. They're usually here about 7, and they didn't come until just now. So the dogs can hear them outside. So they insisted on going out and barking at them and letting them know that they're there and that they see them. I have to section my hair off. I know a lot of gals straighten their hair and they don't section it off. They just, start going through it. Oh, I would love to be able to do that, but my hair is so incredibly thick. I lose tons of hair. When I get out of the shower, it looks like Sasquatch has been in there and has left most of his pelt behind. I shed more than my dogs do. My husband gets furious with me because when he empties the Roomba, most of it is long red hair from me. But it's one of those things, I think a combination of just the type of hair I have in menopause, let's face it, girls, life just isn't easy on us. So I have to pretty much section it off, or there'd be no way I could really get it straightened, because there's so much of it. Now my hairstylist, when she does my hair, I'm getting my hair done next week, she colors it first, shampoos it, and then when she blows it dry, she actually doesn't use a brush until the very end. She usually just uses her fingers. I'm lazy, so I let it air dry until right at the end, and then I use the brush. And then she doesn't have to section it. She can do it with just her fingers and then the brush, and she gets it straight enough just by blow drying that she can then just go through with the curling iron and not really have to section it like this, or at least not as much. And then she trims it at the end, and then sometimes she does section it when she trims it, of course, and you can see, I know they say don't go over and over the same piece of hair more than once. I don't know who they are, but they have never had my hair. It is so coarse and so thick that there's just no way I could go over it once and really get it straight, because it just would never work. And you notice I'm picking up not huge sections of hair, but not super small sections either. I know I watch a gal's tutorials all the time, and she's always like, oh, you should use really small sections of hair. And for me, that is a small section of hair. But if I did it like she did, I'd be here for 2 hours. Which is another reason I don't dry my hair all the way, because honestly, I just don't have that long to stand in front of the mirror. I'm always busy. So tell me about your hair woes. Not that I can help you solve them, but we can commiserate. I like my curly hair. It's actually just easier to do if it's straight, because once I do this, and this takes a bit of time, once I do this, now until next, Wednesday, when my hairstylist does my hair, I will not have to redo it. What I will do is just get up in the morning and look for any pieces that have gone kind of wonky through the night. Usually it's like the pieces right here at the nape of my neck. There will be some curlies hanging here. Sometimes the front pieces will be a little crazy. Looks pretty good. And I will need to just take my tool here, my La Duo, and straighten out just those few pieces. I won't have to do all of my hair again. I just do wherever it's, really going crazy. Okay. So it really is actually quicker to do it this way. And let's face it, right now with the heat of summer, and we haven't had air conditioning the whole time the last couple of weeks at the library. It's been broken. They've been working on it. And the other day they were working on the back doors, so the back doors were open, so it got a little warm in there, and I got really sweaty, so I end up just putting it up in a ponytail, because if I'm working on something, I want it out of my face. And if it's hot, it starts to curl anyway, so I end up just throwing it up in a pony and leaving it. I'm kind of just going with it. And of course, if it's rainy, that's even worse, because then my hair will start to curl anyway with the humidity. So I feel like there's a spot right there I'm missing. Right there. I found out a couple years ago, my husband and I went to a scrapbook convention. I'm a big scrapbooker. And it was actually in Las Vegas. And we got there a couple days early on purpose so we could have just some time to, kind of hang out in Vegas and see the sights and do some, fun things together. We hadn't taken a vacation in quite a while. And so we decided one day, we talked to the concierge in our hotel and asked them about, fun things to do, tours to take. And they told us about this pink Jeep tour. And it's a pink Jeep. And it takes like maybe 8 or 10 people. And we actually took a tour of the Grand Canyon and the Hoover Dam. And it was an all-day kind of thing. We left real early in the morning. And as I recall, they provided lunch for us, which was really nice. But our guide took us to the Grand Canyon, and we hiked all over. We took pictures. And then on the way back, we stopped at the Hoover Dam, which my husband was really interested in. And when we were out there, yes, it was incredibly hot. It was like 100 and some degrees. Yes, the heat was really different. They don't have humidity. I discovered that my hair is gorgeous when there's no humidity. Oh my gosh, it behaves so well. I'm like, I don't have bad hair. I just live in the wrong part of the United States. If I lived out west, I wouldn't have these issues. Because seriously, the humidity just does my hair in. Anybody else? Okay, last section. We are almost done. Like I said, this takes a bit of time the first time I do it. But after this first initial time, I will be able to go for a week and just do some touch-ups. I don't really have to do the whole thing over again, which I really kind of like. When I let my hair grow natural and I let it go curly, I have to use a ton of product, and I pretty much have to like spritz it down with water and sort of redo it every morning. And you have to almost let it air dry. I can use the diffuser, but I don't know. I struggle with it. So I just don't always have time to go through wetting it down, I don't add more product, but you kind of have to perk it back up and then either diffuse it or, have time for it to air dry. And when I'm going somewhere, I don't always have time to do that. So sometimes straightening it is actually quicker and easier, again, depending on the weather. Sometimes with the weather, I just have to let it go. And I have to go with it natural and curly, whether I like it or not. My husband, believe it or not, actually prefers it curly. If he had his way, I would wear it curly all the time, which I would totally do if I felt like it wasn't such a hassle. And it can get pretty wild looking. I kind of look like Tarzan in, the one who played, not just Tarzan, George of the Jungle, looked like that guy. I just look like, yeah, like I've been living in the jungle, kind of. All right, so that is pretty much it. I see one more spot right here. Now I will go in the bathroom and check the back of it with a hand mirror to make sure there's nothing wonky going on back there. But the last step that I will do, I feel like there's a piece right there. There we go. Last step that I will do, I have this spray that I have really come to love. I used a different brand the first time and I loved it, but the spray on the bottle like broke. And I mean, it was still like full and I couldn't get the product to come out because the spray attachment broke. It drove me nuts. But then I found this one, which is great too. It's by Chi and it's called Shine Infusion Hair Shine Spray. So I will just go through and spray all of my hair with this. Not only does it help it be shiny, but it almost acts like a hairspray, but you can't feel it. It's not like sticky or stiff or anything, but it sort of helps keep it nice and sleek. So I'm gonna just spray this after I check the back of it in the bathroom, and I'm done, friends. That's it. So if you have any questions about the Laduo, please pop them down below. I will tell you, it has a fan, which you can hear. For some reason, I think the fan really helps this be a superior product to other curling irons and other straightening irons that I've used. It also has 5 different levels on it. Notice I've got it clear to the top, which I think is like 450 degrees. I know most stylists will tell you never use anything that hot. I do, but only because my hair is so incredibly coarse and thick. I don't think it even phases my hair. I do deep condition it at least once a month. I put on Aussie Miracle, what is it, 3-minute Miracle, and I actually leave it on a lot more than 3 minutes. I just coat my hair with it, plop it up in a bun, and go with it for probably a good 30 minutes to like really deep condition it. I use conditioner and a leave-in conditioner, a detangler every single time I wash it. So 5 speeds and a fan right there. I really like it. I've read some other reviews where some people weren't as thrilled with it, but I love it. Now I can, if I want to, use this to also, like I say, do some curls. And sometimes I do that just to put a little bend in the end of it. You can just use the clamp and then just roll it. And I see a lot of gals use it for that too. So anyway, there's my little review and my demo with the Le Duo by Lange. I have a lot of their products, a lot of their tools, and a lot of their hair products, and I really like them. All right, that's it. Got to go to work, friends. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.